Well, hello everybody. Hope everybody's all right. I've just got in. We've taken the grandchildren and my son to Chesterfield. We've had a lovely time. We've been on the park there. There's a beautiful park in Chesterfield, and it's got a big pond with different birds on, ducks and coots and different things, moorhens. And there's also a miniature railway that goes round, and a very extensive play area with lots of things for them to do. So they also took the scooters with them. So yeah, it's been absolutely lovely. So that was pretty good. I did wonder how far I could walk because I twisted my knee yesterday, but I was absolutely fine. I've done my normal steps. I've done over 5,000, so that's not too bad. I try and aim for 4,000 a day. Sometimes I'll do a lot more than 4,000, and sometimes I'll do less. But I like it to balance out about 4,000 a day because that's doable for me. So yeah, we took them to the park. They spent ages there. We took them for something to eat in the park. There was a cafeteria there, and we had late breakfast. That's what we all had, and it was lovely. We had to be careful with Ivy because you have to keep her salt levels down. So she just had a tiny little bit of bacon, and then she had some egg white because that's what she likes, and she had sausage as well. So yeah, she'll be fine with that. And on the way home, they had a McFlurry from McDonald's. I think they both had Smarties, if I remember right. So although I think Noah could have had an Oreo, I'm not sure. It was chaotic by then, but they were really well behaved. And we did have a laugh because I said to my youngest son, I said, and even you were well behaved. You know, it's just a bit of fun. And I said Grandpa was well behaved as well, because you've got to have some laughs, haven't you? So they all went on the miniature railway and thoroughly enjoyed it, and I stayed with the scooters. I just, I'm quite happy sat there watching people enjoy themselves. I like people watching. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love it. So then, after then, I nipped up to the Salvation Army shop, and I said, that they could have something if they wanted from there. Nothing too big, because, the mummy doesn't want to clutter the bedrooms up. So they were just allowed something small, and they were allowed to take something for the cousin who lives near where they live. So Noah couldn't find anything. Ivy went straight to the cuddly toys. She managed to find something, and she was really happy. So that's what happened there. And then on the way out, there was quite a few exercise machines, and there were some where I think they just rock backwards and forwards. You can do it on your front or on your back. I think it's to strengthen up your tummy muscles and your arms, and I think you could probably do it with your legs as well. I think it had originally come from Aldi by the looks of it. Is it Crevit or something they make? Or Crane? I think it's Crane. Anyway, Noah was fascinated by it, and he's quite athletic, and he lay there and had a go at it, and I could see him looking at his daddy, and he wanted it. Anyway, it was only £3, so he managed to find something for himself, which I was pleased about. So off he went with that, and he loved it. And then they've gone home, and they're going in the little pool that they've got. It's a bit bigger than a paddling pool. They've gone in that, so we've come away because they're quite happy. They're particularly happy because the couple next door to them, they've gone away at the moment. Our Pete, our youngest lad, always looks after their chickens, and they always say they've got a you know, full-size pool, and they always say to our Pete, you know, if you want to come in, you know, just take the cover off and you're all welcome to have a swim in it. And they've been having a swim every night. So Pete said, you know, it's lovely, children like it, and mummy likes it, so that's what they've been doing. And Pete said that after he's been football training, because he does football coaching as well, he said it's a lovely way to relax. So that's what they've been doing, you know. Ivy doesn't cope very well in hot tubs. I don't know whether it's something to do with, you know, air condition, but she's fine in the pool. But, you know, they were really well behaved today. It was credit due to the mummy and daddy. They were marvellous. And of course I wouldn't have a word said against them anyway, would I? Because I do love them. Right, stop your waffling, woman. I've got a prop cup of tea with real full milk, because that's what I've decided. And it's in my Malcolm mug, I'll call it, that belonged to his mother. Right, quick swill. How uncouth, calling it a swill. Anyway, where was I? So I went to the charity shop. I didn't take anything there, but somebody has had about 5 sacks of clothing off of me. I gave them to them because he's the man that was very kind and gave me some craft bits. And this time he's had some wood as well for his fire in winter. And he's given my husband a lot of DIY stuff, like nuts and bolts and screws, and they've come in lovely tins, so I'm eyeing those tins up. Sorry if it's glaring on my glasses. I do look like a proper granny now. I've got my hair in a bun and there's all the grey coming through. All I've got to do is start cackling, and believe me, I can. So what did I get? Well, this was free. It was in the free pile. It is dusty. What I'll do with this is I put it in the bath and I put the shower on it, the shower off of the taps, and it'll have a real good wash, and then I'll either leave it in the bathroom to dry or put it outside. Could even use the hose pipe on it. Beautiful, beautiful. That would have cost a lot of money in a antique shop, because it's very well made and it's quite old. So that was number one thing. Now I've been eyeing these up for weeks and they haven't sold, and generally if things don't sell in charity shops, they've put too high a price on it. So these originally were £8, which is still good value. I've got plenty of wool. I had got my North Eye on this because it's proper English wool. You know, it's quite old, and made in Great Britain. L. Copley Smith and Son Limited, Darlington. That's the name on the big label. Let me see if I can read what's on here. Yeah, so that's all from Darlington, and I think that is in the northeast of England. So I'll have to look that up and see if it's still going, because that's what I love to do. But it's a dark brown, and how many balls of wool is there? 4, 8, 12. There's probably about 16 balls of wool in there, which I didn't realise. Yeah, fantastic. So that was really good value. I didn't realise how much there was in. So of course it had to come home with me. Sorry that I keep dipping down, but it's the only way I can show you what I managed to get. So what else did I get? I got this wool, Tweed wool. This was £1.50, and there's almost 2 balls of it. And it's just got it's called Ocean, which I do love it when they've just not just got numbers, they've got a shade. And like I said, it's double knitting, alpaca tweed, and it feels lovely. I've just opened it and it looks lovely as well, so I'm going to enjoy using that, and I think I'll crochet with it because I love that type of wool to crochet with. What else? Oh, now these were 20p each. Beautiful greetings cards, birthday cards. That's it. It was originally £1.10, and look, it's got the chickens on. So I thought that was lovely, and that was 20p. Light Sussex chickens, and it's an original watercolour. Isn't that beautiful? I'll show you these others, and then I'll tell you something about some pigs on cards. So I've actually, my husband saw this, but hopefully he'll forget what it looks like, because that is called Afternoon Tea, and that has got a price on £2.95, and it cost me 20p. So that's going to be for my husband's birthday, which is in September. He'll forget what it looks like, I'm sure he will. And this is Padley Gorge in winter, Derbyshire. An original oil by Dorothy Moore. And that's lovely. You can see a couple just walking there, look, by the winter stream. I think that's lovely. That does look like parts of Derbyshire. Well, obviously it is. So that was that. This was probably about £1. I did buy this Beatrix Potter, and it's called the Pop Dice Game, and it's for 4 years to adult. And I thought, you know, on a rainy day, that could prove useful. So that's lovely. Now, I did get this because, well, I'll tell you about the cards first, because I'll go off at a tangent and forget. I once bought a lot of cards with pigs on, because I absolutely love them. Got them home and then suddenly thought, which is rare for me, because I have this, I don't always think what I'm doing, but this particular time I did. I thought, I can't send these cards out because, you know, not everybody is going to be thrilled about getting a card with a pig on it, because a lot of people will think, you know, is this like an undercurrent of something nasty? Which I would never think that. You know, if I had a nice card with a pig on it, I think, oh, that's nice, but not everybody would. So I stopped myself. So now I've got some cards with pigs on that, well, unless I know somebody that loves pigs, I've still got them. And also, I've got to be very sensitive, because some of the family have been in the police force. So that's another reason I couldn't, you know, and people's sensitivities, it's endless, and it's got worse. It really has. Anyway, on a good note, what did I buy? I ended up with a Care Bear. Now, I saw somebody pick this up. I thought, oh, please don't have it, please don't have it. And they didn't. Now, I've got one very similar to this that's very old, and that's blue. I don't know whether it's Rainbow Bear or what it is. I'll have to have a look. But this is a proper Care Bear. With my other one, I think it's got like a little Care Bear thing in its ear. A bit like what they did with Stife. But I love Care Bears because I think they stand for, you know, care is a lovely word, isn't it? So, and it's ever so soft, and it's blue, which is unusual, and you're never too old for a bear, are you? So my little blue bear will definitely go with my other little bear. So I'll have to probably give him or her a name. It'll probably be something like either Moonbeam or Sky. I think it might be Moonbeam. That sounds nice. Unless it's got a name already on it, because a lot of them do have nowadays. So I think that's about it really for what I managed to get. But I was particularly pleased with this little basket. It's beautifully made. Like I say, it is dusty, but I can get that cleaned up. I do enjoy cleaning things up like that. One more thing, well, two more things. These were both free, and I can't help myself. I don't know what pattern this is, but it did remind me of William Morris a little bit, or Sanderson, or Saunderson, however you pronounce it. All the old greats, you know. That really did remind me of that. And I've got something like this. And these were free. They've got feather inside. The covers do come off, so I can take them off, wash them. I can put the feather cushions in the freezer, or wait till we've got frost later on in the year and put them out. Somebody was asking me, you know, why do you do that? Well, it's for dust mites. A lot of things do have dust mites on. You know, they're everywhere. But if you try and keep everywhere clean, you don't have as many. So you have got to be careful. That's why I vacuum my mattress. You know, I think it's just a hygienic thing to do, really. And I do put my quilt cover out, you know, in winter to get frosted. It's an old-fashioned thing to do, but it does make loads of sense. I know they do it in a lot of countries, you know, and it's well known to think that you put things out in the frost. It's like marks on things. My mum used to say, you know, when you put things on the line, if it doesn't come out in the winter frost, it'll come out in the summer sun, which can be very true. Anyway, that's it. These, I absolutely love them. It's so soft, and once I've, you know, made them nice and clean, the covers, I think they're proper linen. They're very well made, so I'm very pleased with those. I think they'll come up lovely. They've got lovely tones on, I think they have, and they're very, what they call now, cottage core, or granny core, or whatever they call it. But I just know that it looks like a very English cushion cover, and I love all the flowers as well. And that looks like a cornflower. Then you've got some bells here. They might be lily of the valley. Then you've got things here that look a bit like harebells. I do enjoy looking at them and seeing what I think the flowers are. So that's what I ended up getting. And yeah, we've had a lovely day. It's been absolutely fantastic. And it's memories for all of us, isn't it? For the children, you know, they've been on the little train. They've been out for something to eat again. They've nipped into the charity shop, which Ivy really liked, but I think Noah's getting to that age now. He's 8. You know, I think they bore him really. But he's happy because he's got his little exercise machine for £3. So there we go. Anyway, I'm going to finish my cup of tea, and I hope everybody's all right. And you don't mind me wittering on about all my little bits of my life, really. You know, I seem to come on here every day and give you a little rundown of what, you never know what it's going to be, do you? Anyway, I've got my pyjama top on. It's only 10 to 3, but we've got no clothing police around here. So as far as I know, in this country, it's still legal to wear pyjamas in your home anytime you want. Right, anyway, I better get on. Bye.